Hey everybody, the sun is shining, and I believe today is the 10th, January the 10th. This is my third swim, and I did manage to wear the new Pro. Now it can swim, bike, and run with the new running dynamics and some new higher built quality all the way around. That's why they call it the Pro. The blue one let me down yesterday, and so I was swimming intervals, and I went hard as I could, but it didn't register. So I just swam 1,000 meters intervals and 100 meter, 4 laps, rest, 4 laps, 10 times equals 1,000. It showed my time to be 17.08. That would be a new personal best. That was 14300. That's the fastest I've ever swum. And so I have heart rate data to go with this. Now you see my eyes are squinting because the sun is out. Thank God. I mean, it's not warm. It's still like 33, 4. Maybe it's going to warm up as I'm even sitting here, probably to 35. So I don't want to fudge on these numbers and tell you I'm sitting out here in 22-degree weather. When it's 22-degree weather, you can tell the difference in my personality. This is actually warm, like I'm sitting on a beach in Jamaica. Let me tell you about Jamaica. A guy put on the internet the other day, and I've got good friends in Jamaica in high places, literally. The friends of the friends are in very high places, actually in the government. So I don't know them, I'm just acquainted with them. But I'm gonna make a few phone calls after what he told me. Well, he put it out to the world, he told the world, let me just be honest, it's a video. But in that video, he said that he had evidence that China is going around the Bahamas and making business deals with the country of Jamaica to build a base. I want to debunk that, and anybody out there that hears me say this, help me debunk it. I don't want that to be true. He mentioned the Bahamas, and then he mentioned Jamaica, and he said that Jamaica would look like it was a done deal, like it was going to be done. China doesn't need to be anywhere close to us right now. So debunk that if you can. And let me say this about China. There's some evidence coming across the web, and the intel people that are really good at getting good information are saying that the CPP, that's the actual part of the government that is working with the DS. I got to say it like that. Deep South. I'm from the Deep South, but I'm not DS. DS are dirty down to the core of their beings. They're just designed different than you and I. They're psychopaths. That's a good way to say it. I don't think they're restricting the word psychopath, because there's some goddamn psychopathic videos on YouTube that they've left up for years. I'm telling you, man, they got videos of people being murdered and killed, and they ain't took their damn channel down. That don't make no sense. See, all that's going to come out. All that's going to haunt them. It's going to haunt Facebook, because Facebook's the same way. They got stuff in their closet that's still online with people doing horrendous things, horrible things. So Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube have got to balance. They have got to change their ways, or they're going to be forced to change their ways. But they think Biden is in as president, and they can do anything they want and keep on taking us down till we look like the CPP. Well, the CPP is under attack from the good forces. Let me say, white hats, the white dragon family, this ain't racist when I'm saying this. The white knights, this symbolizes a purity of consciousness. This symbolizes, these words symbolize a self-realized being within their love and understanding of Christ consciousness. You can call Christ consciousness what you want. You can call it Yeshua ben Joseph. You can call it Buddha. You can call it Hinduism. But when you reach a certain point, you realize there's no word that can touch self-realization down into your atoms except just to speak the resurrected power of the I am. I am one with my father and my mother. I am at one with everybody I see because I know who I am. And I will lay my head on a chopping block. Well, that don't sound good. You're going to lay your head on a chopping block? No, the point is, I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up. If Joe Biden's president, it just means it's taking longer for the plan to catch up with reality. Is my hair all over the place? Dang. Look at that mess. Look at that mess. All right, I'm off track. Look at this beard. I have got to trim this. Next time you see me, people, I'm going to have a trim beard. Look how long it is. It's ridiculous. It's slowing me down in my swim. It's got to go. I got to trim it so it'll be, I can go through that water like, shoo, shoo. Okay. What the hell was I talking about? I don't believe I'm going to have to put my head on a chopping block to prove to anybody anything. And if they do want to kill me, I'll go down with the smile on my face because I know who I am and I know who I'm in reality, that this is a dream. This never freaking, you won't catch up with this till way later, but this never happened. Me sitting out here on this back deck is like an echo across a multi-dimensional world of realities where I just happened to coalesce in this timeline. I was somewhere totally different in my dream last night. I'm starting to record my dreams. I take a video camera to bed with me, my little small one. What in my hand? A little small one. And when I became, as soon as I came out of the dream, I reached over to the nightstand, grabbed it, and I cut it on, and I started talking. Now, I'm not ready, that's the first one that I've done, because this is something that is, I did this once before, years ago, and I just didn't follow through with it. I don't even think I saved the videos. But this time I'm going to follow through with it. I'm going to save the videos, and I encourage you to do the same thing. Some of y'all are real good at writing. I just don't want to cut the light on. I'm not good at writing, period. But just start recording your dreams. Talk about your dreams amongst other people, because we're in the time of dreams. I will give you this. I did see a bunch of B-52 bombers fly over, and they're going from west to east, but it was cloudy. So I couldn't, and there was a little bitty gap in the cloud. I couldn't get the full picture of how many it was. And then the clouds broke, and I could see, well, there was a few more behind that few. But it wasn't like a dream I had many, many years ago where the sky was full of planes, full of every kind of fighter, every kind of bomber, every kind of tanker, AWACS, everything has crossed the horizon from one side of the horizon to the other side. Now, this was a dream way back in, I think, well, it was a reoccurring dream, so I had it like maybe even in 1999, and then I had it again in 2000, and then it skipped a few years, and then I had it again after 2003. But we're off that timeline. I know we are. I know we're off that timeline because I know what that dream envisioned. There's other things that happened in that dream. I'm not going to tell that dream in this video. It'll throw us off. But last night was similar to that dream, except the planes were very few. They were noticeable. You see I have a B-52 bomber fly over your ass, you know You'll know it, you'll hear it, you'll feel it, you'll see it. I worked out of Shreveport, Louisiana with Corps engineers on that river right there by the airport, or near the airport, I should say. And yeah, they fly B-52s out of there all the time. That's the first time I've ever been around a plane that damn big over my head. But what I'm saying is we're on another timeline. We're actually stuck. How you do it? Get my face right there, right in the middle. All right, we're stuck in between a good timeline, a bad timeline. Go to the right side of your thinking, in your right hemisphere, and see that we are in a good timeline. And in this loop that we're in right now, it could go bad, but it can't go bad. There's too many people that know the evidence of the reality of what happened. And that physical evidence is damning. That means nobody's going to be president of a corporation anymore. I've jumped all the way to the corporation. That's what all the presidents up to now, not all of them, but for the last, I don't even know when they actually really did the corporated thing, but it was way back. I need that date, but I can't think of it now. If somebody knows it, put it in the comment. But what's happening right now is the bankruptcy and the collapse of the American corporation is happening right in front of our eyes. And it ain't happy to the ones that are on the dark side of things, DS, if you know what I'm saying. They're panicking in Washington. They're panicking all over. If it's true that they got their laptops when that created incident happened a few days ago at that real big building where people were breaking glass and running in, well, there was evidently some special forces type people that went in and gathered up some laptops. Well, that just gave them more evidence in real time what was happening. Not that they don't know everything about everybody anyway. So you know that with that technology, if we had really good white hats and white knights working with us in the NSA, CIA, DARPA, don't even want to say the words FBI, but we would be able to change the timeline. So timeline change, time will tell. I've been saying that a lot lately. Time will tell. When somebody comes against something I might have said or something I'm thinking about on a video or the way I posted something, instead of arguing back at them, I just say time will tell, one way or the other. I mean, we can stay stuck in a time loop for another year. We can stay stuck in limbo forever. Actually, in a unreality way, we're all living in a Groundhog Day until we wake up. That's the thing about waking up in your consciousness, is that you can start creating the day with your thinking way ahead of time. I'm the product right now of my last 6 months thinking. I'll come off over a three week rest, and I swim a personal best after 2 swims. This is the 3rd one. It's because I intended it 6 months ago. You'll catch up with that later. You can do it in your life. I'm going to transform this body over the next 6 months. This is January, so that'll be midsummer. By midsummer, I'll be breaking all kinds of records in my cycling, swimming. I don't know if I can break that time I just broke today, but I'm going to intend to do it in the next 6 months. Running is different. I may never be able to run. The type of injury I've got in my lower back is I can test the run every so often and kind of go kind of fast. But I can't do it consistently, or I go to hurting. But there's ways around all that stuff. Like these people in Washington thinking they got a way around Trump. I'm just trying to tell you, we're very powerful. Very powerful. I let my own self stop me for years and years and years. I'm not going to let anything stop me about anything anymore. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to do what my Father put me here to do. I'm going to expand my consciousness. I'm going to watch good things about good people posting good information. I'm not going to watch any TV forever, unless it changes over to the light and the consciousness. And, you know, I was told years ago that could happen. And all of a sudden, when they're going to take it down, all the news affiliates and everything that has to do with the DS and fake news, and when they put it back up, it's going to be totally educational to how we've been deceived for over a couple thousand years. And the true history about what's happened is going to come out, and people will actually be able to see that we've been lied to about everything. So, say all that to say this, because I've rambled around. I'm shaking now, so it's kind of hard to stay on track. This is getting long, so I'll try to leave you with something that makes sense. If you have Christ in you, and you want resurrected power of the I Am, you invoke it with your thinking and your words and your deeds. We're so connected as this vibrational, energetic field of time and space moves to correct the error of the dark side and the fall that was perpetrated on eternal beings trapped in physical forms, never knowing who they really are, always never finishing their lessons and always doomed to have to come back. So what I'm telling you is, the cycle stops when you recognize who you really are. You're not your name. You're not your body. You're in a body and you have a name. But if I was to see you, I'd be making a mistake to see what you're doing and how you're acting, because that has no bearing on who you are. I judge you not unless I judge you as I judge Christ. Until you are aware of who you are, you don't have no connection with the real Father outside of time and space in the multiverse. A lot of people think God created this reality. We're fixing to find out He didn't. I say He because nobody can actually understand the creator source of all things that would inhabit and be trapped in physical form, so the DS can wake everybody up. It's a mystery, people, but time will tell. So as you're awakening and watching videos and searching out things, don't deviate from what the difference is between man-made religion, because the people that made man-made religion made it as a trap, a soul trap for souls and our eternal God sparks. They even set up a false light system where we go in a tunnel and They, the same archons, the same demiurge, and the same fifth and sixth dimensional Nephilian beings that fell to earth built that trap. That's why people say, well, buddy, it sounds like you saying there ain't no place called heaven. Heaven's now. Heaven is right here in your thinking. You can stop all the war right here. When you stop war here and you stop judging other people and you forgive yourself and forgive others, that's when the world comes into alignment with this new timeline that we're headed into, that the DS is trying to stop. They want to keep having fun. Boy, they did a good job, though. They had so damn much fun for so long, they helped wake up the whole world. It ain't just happening in America. It's happening in China. It's happening in Russia. It's happening everywhere. Just like they want people to wear masks all around the world. They're waking up people all around the world because we all have a mask on our face. When we don't know who we are, we're masked. You get it? Take your mask off and realize that you're the I am. You're the thing that came to earth to show everybody how to live in peace and joy. You can't do it unless you're in joy and peace. So there's a lot of cleaning up of your closet and your house and all the trash that's in your yard. That's a metaphor for you got to get rid of your baggage. If you got people you ain't talked to in years, ask Father to bring them back into your life. I had a beautiful occasion to have a conversation with a woman that was in my life when I was 17 years old. And I don't have to say too much. Everybody that knows me back in Greenville, Mississippi knows who she was and who I was. Yeah, I was, oh, I'm telling you, I was young. She passed away a few days ago. But I asked back in the summer for Father I wanted to find her. I hadn't talked to her in over 35 years, ever since I was 19. And I found her. It was a long story how I found her, but it was amazing. It was through another person that I went to her Facebook page and I seen the girl's name. I'll say her name, Sandy Cotton. I was 17 and she was 26 and we fell in love. I'm telling you, we had fun for 2.5 years and then she left me. And that was what actually broke me at 19 and a half. I was crying out and almost slipped into some water in the Yazoo, Mississippi River and drowned. But God had another plan. That was one of my first cries for help. So I made closure with her. Before she died, we probably had 5 or 6 really good conversations. I talked to her probably 2 days before she passed away. She died of cancer. So why I'm saying this is because you probably got somebody that in your life that you haven't told you're sorry and told that you forgive them and ask them for forgiveness of what I've done against you. I'm saying that to any and everybody I've ever hurt. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. Thank you. With forgiveness comes closure. Do it now and do it quickly. We don't have a lot of time. We all need to be working with pure, heart-based centered, resurrected power of self-realization of the I am through the resurrected Christ of Yeshua ben Joseph, or ever how you want to say it. You can just call him Jay. He told me one time in a visitation, buddy, you can just call me Jay. I said, okay, you my brother. But he and I are one, and I'm one with you. If you see me, shout, "Hey, buddy." I'm going to shout back, "Hey, I know you. I know all of you, but I don't know any of you." Ain't this world beautiful and funny? Hey, I'm rambling on too long. I got to get my finger right. I got to get ready to slap this camera. I love y'all. Thank you for all the new people coming to my site and leaving comments, liking the video, share, and hashtag your local TV stations when you share. Hashtag your representative's name. I'm going to talk about more of that in the future. All right, y'all have a good day. I know I am.